Being like completely honest and genuine with y'all, the very first game I could ever remember playing on a PC was on my brother's crappy little $200 PC that he bought off of Facebook Marketplace, and he was playing CSGO at the time. And I had always been playing Fortnite on my Xbox, Rocket League, Minecraft, Terraria, Black Ops. I've always been a console player. But when my brother got that PC and I saw him playing this weird looking little shooter game that looked more like S&D Black Ops 2, if I was being honest, than anything I'd ever seen before, something in my brain just clicked, man. And I remember like him showing me how to play. I must have genuinely been like 10 years old. And ever since then, so for the past 11 years or so, I've always put, time and dedication into this video game that I love so much. And when you play this game, there's gun skins and stuff like that, and an entire booming economy in game. And at the very center of all that is the knife economy. Growing up 10, 11, 12, 13, whatever, I never, ever, ever could have even imagined having money to spend on a knife. Knives ran from pretty much $100 minimum. I'm lagging so bad. To 80 grand, 100 grand. I don't even know how much the most valuable knife is. There's probably $1 million knife out there. I don't know. But yeah, see, as a kid, you just see these people with all these sick skins, these sick knives and gloves and stuff, and you just, at least for me, I never thought it'd be a possibility. And I don't know if you saw the title of the video at all, or just looked at my inventory, but you see that I now have this Damascus steel Talon knife, 0.067 float, fact new. And I didn't open it out of a case or anything like that. When I got my promotion for my job 2 years ago, I bought myself a necklace to almost as a memorabilia piece of hey, this, I got promoted, I worked hard for this. I'm gonna buy myself something. I don't usually do that, if I'm being honest. So when I got promoted, pretty much to the highest position I can get promoted to in the next couple of years, I really didn't have to think very hard at all about what I wanted to buy for myself this time. I booted up a 5 CS, shouts out. I used his code on Skinland, I think it is. This is not an ad. And I went and I looked at all the knives, and when I saw this Damascus steel one, I thought about that quote. I don't know who it's by. Maybe it's by Walt Whitman or something. But it basically says that beautiful things don't demand attention. And I saw this knife, this Damascus steel, beautiful little knife here. It's not flashy, it's not colorful, but something about it just really caught my eye. And I ended up purchasing it for $350. And I think to a normal person, that might sound genuinely bonkers. I empathize with you, I get it. When I was explaining to people, people were asking me, they're like, oh, I heard you bought something, and word spread pretty fast. I was like, yeah, I bought a knife in Counter-Strike. And explaining to someone that doesn't really play video games why I would ever spend $350 real dollars on an in-game knife that gives me no advantage in the game, gives me no anything other than swag, it's a hard explanation, I can't lie. I remember I showed a photo of it to my friend, and he genuinely went I think that's pretty weird, man. He just genuinely didn't play video games. He just didn't get why owning this knife could mean something to me, especially to younger me. This is never something I thought I could own, and now I'm at the place financially where it's hey, this is something I can buy, and it's not ridiculous for me to own it. I was just thinking about kind of the concept of how so often if people don't like something, that will impact if other people buy it or not, or wear it or flex it or anything like that. I'm not flexing my knife. It's not the flashiest knife, it's not the most expensive knife, but it's one that I really wanted, right? So many people, if their friends were gonna make fun of them for something, they wouldn't have purchased it. I got when I bought this knife, a lot of my friends or even my family were kind of really? That's what you decided to spend money on? And I didn't. You can't let people kill your swag, man. Because for me, liking this thing and spending money on it was the coolest thing I could ever do. Every time I pull this knife out, I get happy. It makes me friggin' stoked. I love it. And maybe I'll get a glove combo that goes with it at some point. But there's 1,000 YouTube videos that are best glove and knife combos, and I didn't watch any of those, man. If you're into those, that's your thing, whatever. But for me, I just want to buy something that I like because that's swag. You know, it's what do you like, not what do other people like that you can buy so that people think you're cool. If you dictate like your purchases and what you wear and what you look like to what other people like, you'll just never be cool. And that's kind of a different tangent, I guess, what I'm talking about with buying something that you think is cool. It's similar. I just know that. Oh, you guys like that spray? Hey, knife doesn't make me better at the game. I haven't played it well. You know, I don't think that buying something because someone suggested it to you or anything is lame. But I do think that having something be like having your life get dictated by other people is super lame. So when I showed my knife to people and some of my more normie regular friends were like, "Can't believe you spent $350 on that, dude." Like, you just can't let that affect you, man. It's just water off a freaking duck's back, you know? It's whatever, man. Because to me, this is one of the most meaningful things I've ever purchased. When I bought this knife, I almost cried. So I was like, wow, I never thought I'd be at a place where I owned something like this, and now I do. Like, how cool is that, you know? I never thought that I'd get to own this, and now I get to look at it every day. Like, that's so sick. Yeah, man. Can't let people steal your swag. Like this AK skin right here. I didn't buy this AK skin. I was playing CSGO once, and this guy like was talking mad trash in the comp game. And so I told him to run 1v1 me afterwards. I must have been 14. And I told him to 1v1 me, and he was like, "Dude, you're horrible, you're horrible, you're horrible. Like, if you win, I'll give you my AK skin." And I didn't even have any skins to bet him, but I was like, "Alright, yeah, bet. And I was totally lying, bro. I had no skins. And then we 1v1 and I beat him, and so that's how I have this AK skin. And I think about it every time I see it. Is it like the nicest skin? Obviously not. It's like a field-tested skin. But I own it, and it's mine, and that's pretty cool. And whenever I pull this little Talon knife out, think about, you know, the fact that I own it, and I think that's pretty cool. I think about how far I came in life, and I think that's pretty cool. That's it. Nothing crazy.